Glenn Schwarm from Signature Home Buyers with today's quick tip of the day. Today's a question that most people never think to ask. And I think it's so important. I've written articles on this and I call it the silent killer of real estate deals. Do you know there are certain costs that a house have, no matter when you own it or what you're doing? There are costs that are going to come up on a house, but you don't have to pay them all the time. You pay them when you close on the house or you see them then. So they're not really in front of your face every 2 seconds. Those are things like taxes. Mortgage payment you pay every month, but utilities you pay every month. The insurance you might pay annually, you might pay monthly, whatever, but it's still a cost. The maintenance of the house. Let's talk about what the costs of holding a house really are, because sometimes people say, you know, I want to sell my house, but I'm going to hold out for this price. By God, I'm going to get that price no matter what. I'm going to hold out for it. And then they get negotiating and they get a price, an offer comes in and they say, I'm going to get $10,000 more for that house. I'm not going to sell that person. I want $10,000 more, period. And you think to yourself, I'm going to hold out. Well, realistically, you're going to hold out, and let's say that 6 months goes by, okay? 6 months goes by and you've been holding out and you start getting tired and worn down because other people are making offers. It's kind of small because, again, a house is only worth what someone's willing to pay you for it. And finally you say, fine, I'll take it. You agree in the middle and you take $5,000 more for the house. You held out for 6 months, but you got $5,000 more. That's great, right? Or is it? Let me go over some quick numbers as we wrap this up. Let's say that your house has $5,000 in taxes, probably average for New York State. Gotta love our state with taxes here. Let's say you had a mortgage payment of about $600 a month on a house. Let's say the house is vacant, but you had to keep utilities up. You have to keep it above freezing in the winter time, and then you got summertime. You don't want to get too hot in there. So let's say it's $100 a month for utilities. Let's say that insurance is $500 a year. Let's call that $40 a month. Let's say the maintenance to keep the lawn mowed, to keep it looking good, or code violation will be all over you. Let's say you have to keep the snow out of the yard. That's another $60 a month. Okay, we are not even talking about the risk of leaving the house vacant. That's a whole different risk that people break in and steal your copper. Ask me how I know that. It's happened many times to us at Signature Home Buyers. But there's a risk there. We won't even put a dollar figure with that. Those numbers I just gave you total $1,200 a month in holding costs. Some you pay all the time, some you won't realize until you sell the house. You got $5,000 more for the house, but it took you 6 months to sell it. That 6 months cost you $7,200. You made $5,000 more, but did you? You didn't. You actually lost $2,200 and 6 more months of stress and worry off your life with that house. When you're negotiating a price for a house, never forget to include the holding cost, because that can give you what your true net bottom line number is. Hope you enjoyed it. Good luck selling your house.